Welcome back, guys. My name is Luthais, and this is part 18 of the Interactive Pro Guide. And at this point, I have showed you guys how to feed yourself in the forest. Okay, you guys know that mushrooms gives you a lot of water. You know that larvae and grasshoppers can keep you fed energy-wise. You know how to cook meat. You know how to keep the meat fresh by putting the raw parts into your chests. And then you know how to do fishing, which is quite easy. Okay, so there are various ways that you can feed yourself and keep your water high very, very easily. But if fishing isn't your thing, and if running through a forest isn't your thing, then you've got other options. Now, the first option is the fish factory. Okay, and we are going to look at ways now to stockpile food, which will get old. Okay, it will deteriorate in durability, but it's still a very, very nice way to stock up on food. So the first one is the fish factory, and then the other one is the cheese factory. So at the cheese factory, you're going to get a lot of food that gives you a lot of fat, but can really sustain you if you run around a lot. And then at the fish factory, the canned sardines are the best thing next to catching fish. Okay, because clearly we know that fish is the best balance between getting as low amounts of fat, okay, as possible, and then high source of protein. So I'm just going to take you guys through the fish factory quickly and just show you guys how quickly you can get sardines even on vanilla loot settings. Okay, now our handgun skill is at medium, so without doing any events, we're still going to get our rifle skill to medium. And yeah, we're gonna build a gun rack at our base so that we can showcase, all the guns that we collect within time from kill boxes. And because this game is for the long run, you don't have to worry about not getting great guns in the kill box. As you do kill boxes and as you upgrade your demolition skill, which we are going to do in the next video, I'm going to show you how to level up your demolition skill. You're going to be very happy with your guns. Okay, now when you level up a gun, especially if you get a gun like we got the small MP5 in the last kill box, but I'm using my favorite MP5, the MP5 SD with the automatic suppressor on. Okay, we can use a small one, but I'm just going to use this one for now. And what you want to do is you want to hold in shift and click your left mouse button to change the firing mode. Then you want to hold shift and then hold in your right mouse button to check what firing mode you're on. So there we can see we're on burst, which is 3 shots. Okay, or no, that's automatic. Okay, so that's automatic. So if we're holding shift, left click again, now we're going to see we're on burst because it shows that little cap at the top of the 3 bullets. That means we're going to shoot 3 bullets at the same time, and then we can just hold shift, left click again, and now we're on single shot. Okay, it's very important to use guns on single shot, especially with puppets. And then if you ever run into a player, just notice that you're on, like if you see the player beforehand, then you can quickly switch to automatic mode. But, if you don't want to worry about that, you can spam you'll have more control by just pressing your left mouse button a lot and keeping your recoil nice as you're shooting the target. Okay, so I personally like using single shot. So, and I like to focus on it because a lot of the time you get a gun and it's automatically on auto, and then you waste like 20 bullets, the first time you shoot, which isn't good. But in any case, it's got various buildings here, but the ones that you want to focus on are these factories. Okay, so we're just going to check here. Duct tape is nice. Okay, so now we're going to go into these factories. Okay, which is going to give us the sardines. Okay, so what you want to do in here is just come to these boxes, search every box, and just take the sardines. Try to fill up your backpack because most of them are going to be 100% durability. So it is gonna last you a while. Okay, so I just go through here. It's not a very popular place. You will get PvP fights here now and then, but not a lot. Okay, so you just focus on the boxes, and you know that if you eat 2 grasshoppers, it gives you like 1,600 energy, but it doesn't give you a heck of a lot of protein and stuff like that. So if we eat 1 now, you will see the protein to fat ratio is the best you can get. It gives you a little bit of water as well, okay? But look at the protein to fat ratio. That is very, very important because with all the other foods we've been eating, we've been pushing up our fat, which is not very good if you want to build up dexterity. But because we've been running around so much, you know, our dexterity is still where it was. We've gotten about 70,000 points towards our constitution, and we're building up our strength. Okay, and then this only gives you about 200 calories per hour. Okay, so you're gonna need to eat at least 5 at a time, especially if you're gonna run with weight on you. Because if you run with weight on you, you burn about 1,000 calories per in-game hour. And if you jog, you're going to use about 500. So you can eat just 4 to sustain your energy, but then you want to meet that energy intake. Okay, so even while standing still, I'm burning 95 calories per hour. Okay, so if I walk, okay, you can see there the calorie burn rate is going to get very, very close there. So now I want to see, okay, if I jog, how many, what kind of calorie intake do I need if I want to jog constantly with the weight that I've got on me now and make sure that I meet the calorie burn requirements to sustain myself so that I don't lose any energy. Okay? So we're just going to keep jogging until we get a rough estimate of how much we need. Of course, if you're going to walk on up and uphill, you're going to use more calories. If you jog downhill, you're going to use less calories. But because we're on level ground now, we're getting a very, very good indicator. Okay, so about 300. So we know if we just eat 2 cans of sardines, that's going to give us 410 calorie rate per hour. Okay, so if we keep jogging, we won't lose any energy. And since we're at 46% energy, that's a fantastic number, because if you want to build dexterity, you want to keep your energy level below 50%. As soon as you go over 50%, you'll see that your dexterity rate, the rate at which you're gaining dexterity, lowers. Okay, so 50% is a very, very important number. You actually want your character to stay hungry. Okay, and we're going to need water as well, but I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, so we're just going to go through the boxes again, take out our gun in case we run into a player. So that's all you do. Okay, and I'm going to jog now since I don't really want to burn calories unnecessarily, and I'm not going to use the canned sardines for water. Because you can see I use about 300 to 500 milliliters of water when I'm jogging or running. But I mean, the canned sardines aren't giving me a lot of water intake. Okay, it's going to help me a little bit, but not a lot. So I am still going to need to look for a water source. Okay, so you just scan through these factories quickly. And again, since we've got a gun, we're not really worried about puppets. Only basically players that we're worried about. But I want to show you, even with vanilla loot, what kind of food you can come out of here with. Okay, and that will sustain you for quite a while. It does go down in durability, but not very fast. Okay, so this will keep you fed for a very long time, and it's really good for protein. If you don't, if you don't want to really build your fat reserves. I'm gonna take those bobby pins. Okay, so there's the vehicle repair shop. We know a vehicle repair shop is good. Okay. And here's a little factory. We have identified these places as great places for getting gloves and stuff. Okay, we know we need rubber gloves and stuff for the kill box. So looting places like this is quite good. And that's the important thing that I want you to learn in this series. The small points that I'm making, I want you to take notes for yourself to save a heck of a lot of time. Because if you forget these things, as soon as you want to do a kill box, normally you're not going to be prepared. Okay, so for my main character, if I want to prepare myself for a kill box, I'm going to loot a lot of cargo drops, because cargo drops can give you 3 advanced lockpicks. Cargo drops can give you yellow screwdrivers. Cargo drops can give you medical gloves and a respirator, okay, which is very, very important for a kill box. Yes, you can find a gas mask, but the gas mask interrupts your vision, and you won't always be lucky to get a gas mask. Okay, so I'll focus on cargo drops before I even get a key card. I don't really care what sector the key card is for. I want to prepare myself for the kill box for when I get the key card. I don't want to get the key card because the key card has got a time expiration date. I don't want to get the key card and then go look for all the resources. Okay, that's why I usually focus on gathering all the things that I'm going to need for the kill box. I want like 20 advanced lockpicks. I want like 120 screwdrivers, and I want like 10 rubber gloves. Okay, just so that I'm prepared. And then, of course, I want to learn my demolition skill so that cutting the wires is a little bit easier. So now you're going to see anything that you drink. Okay, look there. Anything that you drink, that's 300 milliliters. No, don't spill. Okay, we'll never use more than 500 milliliters of water, guys. So now our water is going to keep going up. Anything you drink, look at your intake, okay, versus your burn rate. So that you don't drink unnecessarily, because if you drink more than what you need, it's going to go to your bladder, and then you're going to pee constantly. It's just not good for you overall. And again, we see that our vitamin D has gone down, but we know that the mushrooms doesn't give us a lot. Okay, so we know we need to focus on catfish, bleak, chub. Okay, vitamin pills are rare. So cornflakes, eggs, mushrooms. Mushrooms is what we ate, but it doesn't give us a ton of vitamin D. Okay, so we need to like kill a deer, kill a goat, or just fish. We just need to fish to repair our vitamin D, and we'll do that in the next episode. Or off camera, I'll do some fishing and show you. Okay, vitamin C, cornflakes, rosehip. I'll focus on cornflakes, parsley, kiwi. Kiwi is a really, really good source for vitamin C, guys. Kiwi is a very, very good source. Lemons, oranges, canned fruit, strawberries, And whenever you eat something, you can see, like I drank the soft drink of mine, but now I at least I know, okay, I need about 487 milligrams to get this full, and I'm getting about 100 milligrams per in-game hour while it's in my system, okay? But like I say, don't waste your resources. It's very, very important so that you don't drink more than what you need to, because it goes to your bladder, point 1, and point 2, you're going to use up all those uses, and then when you really need some water, you're not going to have it. Okay, so let's just get out of here. This isn't a vehicle repair shop. I apologize for that. Okay. Again, we're not scared. Okay, so we're just going to run in here. Just see if it's got anything worthwhile. Now, immediately we can see there's biltong. Biltong, let's see now. If we eat the entire biltong, we don't want to eat the entire biltong. Let's just eat once. Okay. Nothing there. Gave us more of the B4. Gave us nothing of the C. Okay. It's giving us A. It's giving us B1. Okay. So you don't really have to check. You can just quickly scan to see what it's giving you. Okay. But again, if we look at the biltong, it's giving us just as much fat as protein. Okay. So that's the big thing there. Now immediately we don't see any chests on the ground or any lockers. Okay. So we know this is not this isn't a great place when you compare it to all the other places that are like this. So we're just going to look for food quickly. Okay, you're going to take a rag. There we've got more. Okay, that's what we want. We want to loot the kitchens so that we don't run out of water. Okay, we want to loot that factory. So I'm just going to slide down here. Okay. If you don't want to take a lot of damage, guys, as soon as you're sliding down something, I backpedaled into the wall so that I'm sliding. If I don't backpedal into the wall and I just go over, I could hurt myself, okay? But you can slide down something and not get hurt. But as you're seeing, even with vanilla loot, we're filling up our backpack fairly quickly. Okay? So we don't have to come here a lot. And always be moving around, even if you don't see anyone. Never make yourself an easy target. Okay? Never make yourself an easy target. Again, the fridges are important for free water. B4. Okay, that's in our reach. That's in our reach. But I mean, I've already showed you how we do cargo drops, so I might do that off camera. Okay, so I don't really like low durability ammo because it causes weapon jams and that can cause your death. I definitely like, and I got a military quiver in one of the bunkers, guys. Definitely like that. Yeah, the main thing that I wanted to show you guys is that vanilla loot can seem harsh at times, especially on a full server, because you're coming to an area where someone's already been and then it feels like you're not getting anything, okay? But if you keep changing your loot locations and you loot places that not a lot of people loot, you'll get loot, okay? And nobody can take a kill box from you. Remember, there's a lot of police stations on the map. Not a lot of people do the dam. I showed you the 9 lockers in the dam. I showed you the 15 lockers in the prison. Okay? Those are places that not a lot of people loot. And when you get the key card for the kill box, guys, if you're scared of losing the gear, if you feel it's too much pressure, I see these players that gives their key cards away because they don't feel they can use it fully. Okay? You're taking away a big part of the game for you. Okay? If I showed you anything, is that it doesn't matter how good you are. If you like, I'm gonna practice on the lockpicking tool. Not to level up my thievery, because my thievery is at advanced, but I'm going to practice on the lockpicking tool so that I can practice with my F key. You guys saw that when I was turning the lock, I kept in my F key too long. I broke way too many locks too quickly. So I want to be lighter with my F key. As soon as the lock turns, I want to let go of my F key, move my mouse to get a different position, and then press my F key again. But my finger needs to be a lot lighter on the F key. The reason that I broke so many locks is that my finger was very, very heavy on the F key, okay? So, yes, please, don't remove a big part of the experience for yourself just because you think, you're not good at it, Okay, it's a game, guys. A game is meant to be enjoyed, and the only way to get better is to practice. Okay, the only way to beat fear is kick it in the face. Okay, I was nervous. I mean, I wanted to perform for all you guys. Okay, and I didn't do great, but I have done a kill box completely, because sometimes I've unlocked a car with a golden lock with the first try, because I was just lucky. I moved my mouse, pressed the F key, and by luck I was on the right spot. Okay, and that will happen to you as well. Some kill boxes will feel terrible. You just can't find that sweet spot. But remember, the sweet spot's always there. So by luck, you can have a kill box run where you just pick that right spot every single time. Instead of turning the lock, turning the lock pick, and then it just stopping for you every single time it turns, but it never turns completely. You're gonna have other times when 60% of the locks that you turn, you just by pure luck, you are on the right spot. Okay, and you can't replace that feeling. That feeling is a really, really good feeling. And if you want to get into serious raiding and experience everything that the game has to offer, you're gonna need to practice wire cutting. Okay, even if you're not good at lock picking, get a friend that's good at lock picking. Do a kill box with someone else. Okay, don't give your key card to a stranger and then tell him, I'll trade, you can have the C4. As long as you give me the guns, you can have the C4. That's what a lot of people do. What you don't realize is either the guy is good at lockpicking or he's using scripts, okay, to lockpick. And players like that usually are going to punish you, because what you're doing is you're giving someone, like, if there's a guy that says, hey guys, I can lockpick for all of you, it's very difficult for him to get all the key cards, okay, for him to get regular key cards, because it's also percentage wise. But now that you're letting him take the C4s and you are happy with all the guns, you're not going to keep those guns, guys, because if you're giving one clan or one guy all the C4 parts, he's going to turn out blowing all the bases up on the server, okay, which is not going to be good for the server population. And it definitely is not going to be good for you unless you say, hey, this is my base, but that's also not good, guys. Telling him, this is my base, don't use the C4s on my base. It's just not good. You're giving one person too much power, okay? And it's very, very important to keep people on a level playing field. Why do I always go to Spore? Yeah, it's very important to keep people on a level playing field so that everyone has the same chances against each other. The only difference in this game is playtime, okay? And that's why I'm on purpose not playing very long. When every episode that I give you guys, I've played about an hour to 2 hours, like you guys would, okay? I'm not playing 4 hours or 6 hours or anything like that. I'm playing 2 hours per session. Like the other day, before I did the kill box, I did about 3 hours. But usually I just do about 2 hours, okay? So that you can see how you can progress. People say base building as a solo player is difficult. It's not. It's a heck of a lot of fun. Because when my base is complete, I'm going to feel a sense of pride. But when me and I think on official servers, you can have a clan of 10. On my servers, you can only have a clan of 5. And talking about servers, guys, if you want a really, really nice server with good loot, the loot is on 1.5. The community is great. Okay, Survival Evolved is a really, really great server for new players. Okay, until the game gives us a forced wipe, then I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult, because I want to make Survival Evolved my main server. So if you want to know where I'm going to play most of the time, it's definitely going to be Survival Evolved, okay? Unless a server wipe doesn't come, then I'm not going to change the settings on the server. It's still going to be a great server for new players. But then if the new female model comes and the traders comes that I think would encourage a forced wipe, and there's not a forced wipe, then I'm probably going to make a server for me personally that I'm going to love. But if there is a forced wipe, I'm going to change Survival Evolved to a server that that we can all enjoy with a great community. Okay, so if you were ever wondering what kind of server, okay, can I start on, Survival Evolved is perfect. You're going to get a lot of loot and you're going to get a feeling for the game. But for now, it's fine. Okay. I've always got the One Life server. That's a major, major challenge, but I don't suggest you guys do that unless you're very, very experienced at the game. Or if you just want a fantastic challenge, then you can go to the One Life server. But if you just want to learn the game, Survival Evolved is a really, really great server. Okay. And as you guys can see, it hasn't lost durability yet. And we'll put this in our chest and see, okay, how quickly can Sardines deteriorate. And remember, I'm playing on an official server. That's very, very important, so that nothing that you see is edited. I'm not playing on an easy server. I'm not playing on a high loot server, okay, so that you guys can see the raw gameplay. And a lot of people feel official servers are hard, okay, and I'm here to show you that anything above vanilla settings is easy. Very, very easy. Okay? Okay, so let's just check here quickly. Did I loot all of this? No, I didn't. Okay, so we don't really need to be greedy, okay, guys? But we're done now. And that's about the main loot that you want to get here. Okay, you can loot this place very, very quickly. The places that I looted now is going to be your focus points, okay, and then you can loot these places. We know what those places gives us, okay, and we can loot this little building, okay, maybe get some padlocks or whatever, rope. That's really, really great. Okay, but like here, we're probably going to get a padlock or maybe a screwdriver or maybe a lock. Okay, so there we get a lock. So it's very important so that you can memorize this and it becomes subconscious memory. Like, as soon as I start focusing on kill boxes again, it will go a lot better, because now when it's nighttime in game, I'm just going to be practicing on that lockpicking tool constantly. I don't really even care about the experience. I'm just going to practice on the lockpicking tool to get that subconscious memory of mine back to where it was at one time, and then I'm going to level up demolition so that I can do the wire cutting a lot quicker. Okay, I must say that's one place where I'm not too bad. Like, I like to practice it before I go into the kill box, but I must say I didn't do too bad with the wire cutting. Okay, and that is just because I have leveled up wire cutting for hours, so I have got a little bit of subconscious memory drilled in there, and I think I've already picked up a pot. Okay, we are going to cook some cool food. Now I'm just wondering, like, is it, was it on this, because I do play on a few servers, so I just want to check here. Yeah, let's take the pot to the vehicle. So, okay, guys, that's it. This is the cheese factory, okay, or the fish factory. You get the cheese factory. That gives you a lot of food, okay, and then again you've got the forest, you've got the fish, you've got the animals, water is fine, and then at your base I'm going to show you how easy it is to build a well as well, okay. So like if you want to live here, I'm going to show you at our base how you can live here without dying from water constantly or looking for frigging cactus that that doesn't give you a lot of water, and that becomes a pain in the butt. So not a lot of people like being here, but I'm going to show you. And you must use that to your advantage. The fact that not a lot of people like being here, you can use to your advantage. Not a lot of people love building a base here, but there's great loot here. There's a big city. There's the motocross track with all the vehicle repair shops. There's this fantastic place. There's this fantastic town, okay? There's a town and a bunker. So if you can live like here. I won't really suggest here. It's a bit cornered out, but I mean you can live anywhere. You can hide your base anywhere here, okay, and then have access. If you want to live here, go hide a base somewhere here, and then you can get here as well, okay. But look, whatever someone perceives as negative, use that to your advantage. People perceive this area as negative. You can use that to your advantage. Build your base here. And just, use your well and your water catches and your knowledge of the game, okay, to your advantage. But in any case, guys, in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to level up your demolition skill. And then I'm just going to show you how we have progressed with a base. And then I'm going to show you the last layer I'm going to give to my base so that I can park my car in safety. Okay, because the car, whether you have a car or whether you don't, at some point we're still going to raid a base in this guide. Okay, and then when we raid a base, I'm going to try and make sure that the base has got a vehicle in, so that you, the guys, know even if Luthais didn't find a car, at least he raided a base to attempt to get a car. Okay, and remember, the car is going to be on the outside, so even if it's very difficult to get inside the base or the cabin or his main loot room, it won't be that difficult to get to his vehicles. Okay, and again, we're going to have lockpicks for his vehicle because it's probably going to have a golden lock on it, but it won't have any zappers on it, so we can lockpick forever as long as we've got enough bobby pins and enough screwdrivers. So yes, guys, see you in the next episode. If you enjoy this, do me a favor and just click that like button. And if you want to see future episodes where we practice demolition, where we look at a few things that can help us with a lock picking tool and just further tips, click the subscribe button, guys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.